Hi, everyone. I can't help it. I have to say that every time. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Tuesday Tea Break. It's back. I know you probably all thought that I'd cancelled it, but I haven't. I just had a little break. So we're back again. And I thought that it can just be, I mean, we're all self-employed people. So I just thought it could just be around people being self-employed, not necessarily in real reselling, but anything. Because obviously reselling is not that great at the moment, although it is for some people, namely Lex. So lovely ladies joining me today are Andrea from Nick and Andrea Hills, and Lex from Bad Biscuit, and Louise from Mind Body Calm Yoga. Is that right? Yes.
Yes.
Oh, Lex has snacks.
I've got snacks.
What snacks have you got?
I got cheesies. These are so good.
Yes, they are. I bought some. They do have a little bit of a, not an aftertaste, but you get sort of like cheese stuck to your teeth. Do you find that?
Yeah, but you know, if you brush your teeth.
Yes. No. Yes. Yeah, eat some and then brush your teeth after. So we'll say hello to the chat. First one in was Leanne. Hi, Leanne. Hope you're well. I'm good, thank you. Mandy, Laura, Claire Sheen. Hope you're good. Nia, Gloria, Tasty eBay. Do you know Tasty eBay's real name, Lex?
Yes.
It's a woman, isn't it? I know you're not going to say. It's a woman, though, isn't it? Is it a woman? Yeah.
Yeah, her name's Belle.
All right. Veranda Files, Heather, Daryl, Kelly. Hi, Kelly. Lee, Joan. I hope I haven't missed anyone. Ashley. Oh, Ashley said something. Hello, Karen and lovely ladies. Hi, fellow chatters from a very snowy Scotland. Yes, it is. It's very snowy down south, isn't it? But not so much up north, which is usually the other way around.
Yeah, it's not as much today, just a few little flurries, but most of it's gone, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, it melted already. My sister's in Essex and they've got thick snow still. We've got snow. I slipped a couple of times because like where people have been walking, it's gone a bit icy. So I've just took Monty out and my foot went away from me. Luckily, just one foot, not both.
So. Get them grips. I've got you know the snow grips that you put like over your shoes, because I have such a phobia about slipping in the ice. After I did, and I whacked my head and had I passed out for a second and I had concussion. Horrible. So ever since then, like I have proper fear of like slipping on the snow and stuff. So I have proper grips, you know, like with the metal spikes. To go over your shoes, and they're dead good.
I have got some snow boots, which I probably should have got out, but I wear my like sheepskin ones with the like furry lining, so they keep my feet nice and warm and they're waterproof. So they are nice. Well, Kelly likes your jumper, Louise. Where have I been?
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you.
Kelly's asking where I've been. I tell you where I've been. I've been in my pajamas watching Netflix mostly.
Yeah, same.
Oh, my mum kept telling me off because my mum and dad, they now FaceTime me every week, and so I can speak to both of them, not just my mum on the phone. Nice. And nearly every week, my mum says, "Are you wearing your pajamas?" I'm like, "Yes, mum. They're comfy." And she's like, "Oh, I have to get dressed. I have to get dressed in the morning." I'm like, "Okay, mum, but I have got a normal top on. I've just got pajama bottoms on. Actually, I have got yoga trousers on today, so I am dressed properly." So
yeah, I'm the same. I have to get dressed. I have to, you know, I can't spend the day in my pajamas. I just don't feel all right if I do.
Yeah.
I have to get dressed because I don't wear pajamas. I sleep in the nude, so I kind of have to get dressed.
Yeah. You'll scare your mum otherwise.
More than I scare you guys, you know. So going live, like, oh, okay. No, maybe not.
Queenie asked a question. I'm here rubbing permanent marker off the kitchen table. Oh, homeschooling.
But
Yikes.
My sister's getting really worried about my 6-year-old nephew because she thinks he's really behind. And I just said, I'm sure the school will do some kind of catch-up thing. He's just having real trouble.
I think my opinions on stuff, the kids are very resilient and they do learn quick. It's the stage in your life where your brain develops the quickest. So whatever they've missed in the last year, it's really not good. And let's face it, what do 6-year-olds really learn? You know, it's not like they're learning a whole module of French and you know, like they will catch up. I think it's more the social side of it really that they're missing out on. You know.
My nephews are lucky they've got each other, so. Sorry, Andrea?
It's all basic stuff at that age, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know.
And teachers are very good at their jobs, and they will make sure, you know, that that they'll get it back at some point, you know.
Yeah.
And I think the families that are deemed vulnerable, where perhaps they wouldn't have support at home or encouragement or have someone to help them, I think they've been actually attending school still, haven't they?
Yeah.
Just
my nephews have been quite lucky because my sister and her husband, they've been doing a bit of a job share at the moment before my sister went on maternity leave. And so one of them's been at home with the boys. So they've learnt different things from either Paul or my sister. So they've been quite lucky in that respect.
I can understand why parents would worry though.
Yeah.
You know, I can completely understand that because I think I would if my boys had missed almost a year of school. But it'll all work out. I like to think by the time they're grown up, by the time they get to college, you know, they're all going to be able to read and write and communicate and do all of those basic things, and they can catch up. Plenty of time, isn't there? Plenty of time
on
for
the
them.
news. They keep saying stuff like, "Oh, you know, it's going to take kids 5 years to catch up," and all rubbish like that. And I just don't think that's.
I don't think so. Due to various different sort of family health reasons, when I was little, it was between the age of 6 and 7, I missed a whole year of school.
All
right.
Yeah.
Running my own business. So, you know, it's not.
Yeah. And you went to college, didn't you? And you know, so yeah. So exactly. Yeah. And universities, like, so say if there's, you know, the GCSE and A-level students now, like, universities will be a lot more understanding about like the admission process and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, maybe not Oxford and Cambridge because they're always, you know, like that. But like there will be special considerations for sure. Yeah. You know.
And also I think the concept of them getting behind isn't from the parents and it isn't from the child, it's from the school. It's not even from the school, it's from the government. So if they move the goalposts a little bit, you know, and said, oh well, they don't have to be at this level, I think they have them doing everything much sooner than when I was at school. You know, the benchmarks just been lifted and lifted and lifted, hasn't it? So there's this pressure on that they told they're behind when go back 10 years, they wouldn't have been behind. They could have possibly been ahead.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. He's 6, and she said she was doing fractions with him the other day. Yeah. I don't remember doing fractions when I was 6. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think that you're right. The government put pressure on the teachers to achieve results, and now that pressure is being put on the parents to achieve the same results. And that's right. It's not doable. It's ridiculous. Most parents are trying to do their own jobs at home at the same time, you know.
Yeah. And back to pajama gate. I don't actually wear pajamas in bed because I get too hot. All my pajamas are daytime pajamas. And I often wear my pajamas all day, have a shower, put fresh pajamas on for the evening.
Well, it's loungewear then, isn't it?
Yeah, loungewear.
Yeah. Joan's saying that her daughter finds it hard to juggle homeschooling for a 4 and 7-year-old and working from home, and she's doing it online. Welsh course in between. Oh my goodness. Yeah, my sister's now on maternity leave, so she's all right for the minute.
I've got friends who are teachers, who are not just, you know, newly graduated teachers that have been doing this for a long, long time, that have their own kids and stuff, and they're going like, well, my mate Lucy's just going like, sometimes we're just like sod the schoolwork and stuff. It's just getting too stressful. Let's do something else instead.
Yeah.
So teachers are like, like, no, sod the stress. Nothing's worth the stress of it.
No. They need to like develop a curriculum to teach them like how to make the beds, how to clean the bathroom, how to make the tea.
Yeah.
How to do an online shop.
She does do like baking with him. She does baking with him every week. And Riley, the older one who's 12, he's been he does all like different chores around the house, and he gets V-Bucks to put on his Xbox. So he's cleaning out the birds, because my brother-in-law's got a big outside aviary with all different birds. So he cleans that out, and he's been doing all jobs, and he earns his money to go on the Xbox. So that's good, yeah. I didn't think I'd be talking about home educating, considering I don't have any experience of it. I think I'd done one, because I spoke to my sister at the beginning of the first lockdown. I was like, yeah, I'll come on once a week and do some baking with the boys. I think I'd done it once. But she's coped okay. So, right, I done some maths this morning, and I have some really good news with the charity challenge, which is still going, by the way. I've done all this, added up everything, and we've crossed the £200 mark now.
Ooh, that's brilliant.
And it's getting close to 250 with this month's sales. Quite a few people who've donated stuff. I've sold all of their stuff. I've got a rack of clothes here to steam. I've bought a new steamer. I did share this on Instagram. So I'm hoping this one's a bit easier to use. So I need to try that out and steam. And that's all. Everything that's on this rail is all I've got left to list now. So all the other stuff I've done. So
Good.
That's really good. And I'm going to do a live. And my friend Marie, who I was doing this in aid of, her dad died of cancer, because the money's going to cancer research. She's going to come on. And, Lex, how I'm always saying that you and her are very similar. I'd love you to come on as well and just see how similar you are. Oh, Lex doesn't look too excited about that.
That sounds a bit scary.
You've got a very similar sense of humour, and a lot of things you say are the same. But you don't look the same, obviously.
Okay.
She likes her tattoos as well. And I was trying to think what else. She likes alternative music, and
it's only because when people have said to me before, like, oh, I've got a friend and you'll so get on with them, like you're so alike, I'll end up meeting them and go like, can't stand them. No, she's really great. Like, I'm like that. That's really annoying. I don't want to be like that.
I wouldn't. I would think anyone who meets her would say, oh, I don't like her, because she's like the sister. She's like a sister from another mister, whatever you call it, like my older sister type thing. So yeah, she's lovely. So I said, oh, I'll have to bring Lex on so you can meet each other. I mean, obviously you can meet each other before we go live, and then if you decide,
I'll be like, no.
Bye.
Don't like you, bye. Bit rude.
Sorry, I probably shouldn't have asked you this live on air.
Sorry.
So she's going to come on when I've sold everything, and I'll do the total, and
cool.
I've put all the money aside. Don't worry, I'm not spending the money. All the money's aside in my bank account, ready. So yeah, so that's really good. So I've still been selling.
How many items have you got left to list then?
Just what's on the rail. So that's mine, actually. 18 items.
Ah, so you'll be finished by tomorrow then.
You know how slowly I list. I normally list like 2 things a day.
But are you gonna give yourself a challenge to do?
I want to get it done really before Darren's off, because Darren's been working loads and he's got 4 days off in a row, and I don't want to be to enjoy those 4 days off with him and not be thinking, oh, I should be working. So I really want to get it done before then, which is the weekend.
This weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's totally doable then, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
We've got 18, so just do like 6 a day. That's all right.
Yeah, it's doable, isn't it?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, totally. Oh, someone is on delay there.
Yeah.
Someone got YouTube on?
No, it just happens on StreamYard sometimes.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it's just a thing. It's fun.
Yeah, Lex, you are a one-off. You and Marie are different, but you're similar as well. I just think because you both say very similar things to me, and you both call me
like shut up, Karen.
Yeah. You both call me out on my, how I go, and I make excuses. You both call me out on it. So you're very similar.
Okay. Yes, I do that, don't I? For God's sake, Karen, bloody do something. Innit?
So yeah, I'm sure you will get on.
Do you like my sparkly ring? Look at my sparkly ring.
Ooh.
Oh, it's lovely.
It's from Home Shopping Channel. Isn't it cool? I just like because the other day Kirsten was online shopping and stuff. She's like, oh, I want to treat myself, and I said like you should just buy something sparkly and completely unnecessary because why not? Just one of them things. And I was like, well, sod it, I'm gonna do the same then. It's like, do I need any silver rings? No, I have like 100, but I still get another one.
That's the one you wanted.
Why not? Innit? Why not?
Stall 69 has come in, Stephen. Don't fall over, Stephen, but I've sold the train set.
No.
I finally listed it and it's sold within 2 hours of me listing it. So that is cool.
There you go.
Yeah. This week as well, I sold that vintage duvet set, Louise.
Lovely.
Beatrix Potter one, and that sold for £30.
There you go.
So
that's fun.
It was lovely though, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Really nice. Yeah, that was good. And I had a pile of girls' clothes which came with a massive haul I got 2 years ago nearly. And they've sat there, and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to list them as a bundle. They sold straight away. So it's weird. You sit on stuff thinking it won't sell, and then you list it, and it just sells.
Well,
how that works.
It's definitely not going to sell if you haven't listed it.
No,
that's definitely guaranteed.
Yeah.
Kelly's asking how the yoga channel's going. It's not, Kelly, to be fair. I haven't done any videos recently. I've just been focusing mainly on the actual classes, the online classes. So I teach a few classes a week online or over Zoom. So I've been focusing on that. That's been going well.
Cool.
So thanks for asking. But yeah, I sort of keep thinking, oh, shall I do some more videos or shall I do something else? But the minute I'm not in a making videos type of mood.
I think they do well though, because I think you're a really good teacher. You really are. I mean, you're patient with me, and I'm just useless. I am.
You're not useless at all. Don't set me off.
I purposefully, the little line of people at the bottom, I purposefully take them off because I don't want to see women who are quite a bit older than me getting their legs and arms in better places than I can. So I just take them off and just have me in the corner so I don't feel rubbish about myself.
Can you get your leg over your head?
Definitely not.
If I take it off. Yeah, only if you take it off, Mum said.
Hang on a minute, I'll just unscrew it.
Like I can do like there.
Oh, that's really good.
That's but I know my stiffness is in my knees rather than in my hips.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, mine's in my hips. Sometimes I can barely put the socks on.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But yeah, just lots of damage in my hips.
Oh.
We're all faulty, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it though. That's the main thing, isn't it? That I
That's
enjoy
the main
it.
thing.
And
That's the main thing.
I'm always really relaxed when we're finished. You know, it's really good. It really does just get you out of your brain, and just all I do is just listen to your voice, and just my whole mind clears. It's so good. No one's ever been able to do that to me. Let me tell you, I'm one of those people. I just think I'm such an overthinker. So that is a real achievement that you've done that. Definitely.
Because you've really been enjoying the relaxation classes, haven't you? And the meditation classes on a Monday.
Yeah.
You've enjoyed those. We were doing a bit of Qigong last night. Weren't we?
Is that what it was?
Yeah, a little bit of Qigong.
What is that?
It's a type of Tai Chi. It's very slow, meditative movements where it's almost like a moving meditation.
Let's see if I can remember it.
And you hold an invisible ball
of energy. Yeah, that's one of them. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we were doing that last night.
I can't remember it
Moving
now.
your energy, yes, up and down.
Yes, good.
It was good. And last week we did Hummingbird Breath. Shall we all do Hummingbird Breath together?
Oh yeah, that's good.
So Hummingbird Breath is really, really good if you're feeling a little bit panicky or anxious or on edge, because it sort of takes you just out of everything. It's a bit like going la 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 la, don't want to know. It's a little bit like that. Yeah, that's sort of, if you were to explain it to a child, that's what it's like. So Hummingbird Breath. All you do is you use your thumbs and you just block your ears, you know, the little bit of cartilage there in front of your ears there. So just block those up. I open them, otherwise you won't hear what I'm going to say next. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to be blocking those up, and your hands just rest really gently over your eyes. So if you're closing off your sight, you're closing off your hearing. And then all we're going to do, we're going to breathe in through our nose, and as we breathe out, we're going to make a sound like this. Just that humming sound. So quite a loud humming sound. Okay, are you ready? So everybody in the chat, hands in your ears. So close your ears off, close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose, nice and slow. And as you breathe out, a long, slow humming sound. And then let go. Right, you can let go now. Let go now. So if you do it right, it'll feel like your skull's sort of vibrating.
Yeah.
Did you get that at all? If not, just do it a few more times, maybe off camera. But by closing your ears and closing your eyes and just humming, eventually your head will start going, and it'll sound a bit like a gong going off in your head. And that just takes all your attention up, and everything else just goes. So if you do that about 10 times.
Yeah, when you do it a load of times, it's almost like you've had like something cooling on your head. It's really strange.
It's an amazing breath. It's an amazing breath. And one of the ladies that was in that lesson, she had sinus pain, and she nearly didn't come to the class. And she said at the end of the practice, she just noticed it had gone after the practice. Yes, so have a little go, have a try. Hummingbird Breath, that's what it's called.
I have to do it without my glasses on, I think.
Yes, without your glasses on, yeah. Probably. So, but have a go. Let me know. Kelly's teeth were vibrating.
If anyone witnessed my meltdown on Sunday, I definitely need something like that.
Oh no. Oh, I missed that.
That's understandable though. I remember there's a scene in like The League of Gentlemen where you know, Tubbs and Edward, like they're like, all right, so you've got to clean the coal with this brush. So like, right, and then you've got to clean the brush with this other brush, and then that brush is dirty, so you've got to clean that brush, and it's like, where does it end? And it is just that, like, you don't know, like, oh, now everything feels dirty now, doesn't it? But I get you. But it's whatever you have to do to, like, you know,
Yeah.
keep it under control, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry, I was distracted by Nick walking in.
Is he naked?
No, he's dressed. He's dancing.
I'm floofing about.
It's floofing, apparently. Yeah, the mind is a crazy thing.
It is. And there's no...
You can understand. Nick had the stuff that he'd picked up, and then he touched the mouse, wasn't it? Was that what it was?
Yeah, I was trying to be good about it, like trying to tell my brain it's, there's nothing on it. It's most likely fine. And then he kind of gave it to me, and then I was trying really hard not to let that show how I was feeling. And then somebody else said to me, "How do you feel about picking things up from another person's house?" And then then it all went into meltdown. And I managed to take us out of the screen because I was went black for a while.
To be fair, it didn't look like you were having a meltdown. It just looked like I don't know, that you were just like, Nick, can you just stop fucking around, please? Like for 2 seconds, we'll just tidy this up a bit and then we'll be fine. It was just that kind of moment.
I think, I was trying to laugh it off really because I realised how ridiculous I was looking. So,
I am getting better. Darren doesn't have to strip off now when he comes in from work. He used to have to strip off in the porch.
He doesn't have to, but he still does.
I do anyway.
I was terrible for a while because someone that where the residence where he works, one of the residents caught it and ended up in hospital, and I was just on edge. I was terrible, but then that was it. He was the only person that caught it. He was in hospital. He came back fine. One member of staff's caught it, and Darren had to isolate for 2 weeks because he'd been in contact with her, but he was fine. After those 2 weeks.
Oh, I can totally understand why you'd feel anxious about that, because not knowing if Darren might have it, or
it got into my nan's care home recently, which is a real shame because my sister done so well with keeping the place safe. But I mean, as we know, the new variant's stronger, so it did get in there, and sadly 3 of the residents died. My nan did catch it, but she's okay. I was in such a panic because she's going to be 93 this year. But she had some antibiotics. She had a chest infection. She had some antibiotics, but she's okay. She's, my mum rung up yesterday, and she's eating normally, and she's an usual self. So that's good.
Cool.
That's good.
Yeah. So for a week, I was a bit of a nightmare with Darren because I was just so stressed about. I kept having horrible dreams and everything, but she's okay. So
good.
Can I? Yeah. If there are people in America, is the Veranda Files? Are you in America? I'm just asking, like what is it like over there? Because obviously, I watch a lot of we all watch probably a lot of American thrifters and stuff. And even though, okay, fair enough, all in masks, but there doesn't seem to be lots of things are shut or curfews or
No, I tell you what. Did anyone see any clips from the Super Bowl?
I was just going to mention that, Andrea. Yeah,
but
no. How many thousands of people are going to die because of that?
That's a good point.
I just can't fathom the sense in it. I don't understand why they allowed that to happen.
So what was it? People watching all together?
A crowd, yeah. They had a crowd.
Oh,
it's just.
I was surprised.
Was it as full as usual? Because I should imagine that's quick.
It was as full as usual, and everyone had to wear a mask. But you can imagine going in and going out, and just it's still going to be contact.
That does seem crazy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, when you think say something like Glastonbury Festival, they've just gone look, there's no chance of it happening this year. Sorry, we've got to cancel it again. And you think that is. I mean, okay, other than obviously watching the bands, but for most of it, you're in a field you know, and I don't know. I mean, was it 80,000 people at Glastonbury and stuff?
Packed in though when you're watching the bands.
No, yeah, you are. But I mean, it's right that it's cancelled, but surely there's like probably I should imagine the same amount of people in like the Super Bowl again. There's like tens of thousands of people, isn't it, watching it?
Yeah, I just noticed Shandy said they were distanced and there were cardboard cutouts filling seats. So there's that, but I still think that, you know, when we're talking about the fact that we shouldn't have crowds back at football matches, and it just
I just couldn't see myself going to a festival now. Like, I mean, we're going to see. Well, we've got booked tickets to see Professor Brian Cox, and I think that's in June. And I'm like, that's probably going to be cancelled, isn't it? You know, I can't see that happening. And you know, just little things like there's a drive-in movie theatre. Well, not a drive-in. There's like you know, they put deck chairs up outside, and you it's like, and that's in May. So that's not going to happen, is it? Like,
probably not.
I don't know. Maybe because it's outside, but you just don't know. Yeah,
Just don't know.
no.
I wonder when they'll open the car boots again. The outdoor ones.
Oh, are we all aching for a car boot?
I'm not actually I did enjoy last year's, so
Yeah.
jumble trails, yeah, and you know, I miss a good jumble sale.
Well, I think Lex is frozen. She looks really happy.
No.
Is it just me? It's frozen for me.
Yeah, she hasn't frozen for me.
Oh. Was I frozen then?
I don't think so.
No. Have you got a pause button, Karen?
No.
Let's put it on pause.
Yeah, I think Lex, the Veranda Files was replying to you.
Yeah, no, I did see, yeah. And they wouldn't have paid me to, yeah, exactly. It's same, like if Glastonbury was on, I would still be like, you know, I'm all right actually, you know.
Darren's nephew's in Australia, and we follow each other on Instagram, and he's still doing normal things. He's going out with friends and stuff, but you can see where they're sitting. They're always socially distanced, even though it's a lot more under control in Australia. He's going out and doing things, but sensibly.
They've got a really good system in place there, haven't they? I mean, they're not even having to wear masks.
No.
Did you see Stahl's comment?
No.
Oh, sat next to Brian Cox. I love Brian Cox.
Yeah.
I do.
How amazing.
However, my mate Catherine's cousin is proper like top scientist in something, not sure what. But anyway, he got offered many years ago to do a TV show and stuff. And this guy was like, it's really not my thing. Like, I'm not the presenter type. However, my mate Brian used to be in a band and he's dead good at that stuff. And it was Brian Cox. So my cousin, he turned down the job and he recommended Brian Cox. So it could have just been Catherine's cousin doing it, but he's proper nerdy, just like, whoa.
I mean, that story trumps the Bill Oddie story, doesn't it? My Bill Oddie story, which was when I got on the train and Bill Oddie was sitting in my seat, and I didn't say, "Excuse me, you're sitting in my seat." I just went and sat somewhere else. I was too scared. He was very engrossed in his newspaper. I've never seen anyone famous apart from him at the train station. The amount of times I've took the train, you'd think I would have done, but.
I think the only person I've ever seen sort of out and about was in Durham in the Chinese buffet, and Billy Bragg was on the next table. Yeah, I was sitting there like, that's Billy Bragg. He's like, it's not Billy Bragg. That is Billy Bragg, I'm telling you. It is. And it was. But my friend Lucy, who lives next door, she was on the underground, and she sat down and turned round. Bob Geldof sat next to her. And I said, what did you do? Because it'd be amazing. She said she grabbed his arm and went, I love you. I absolutely love you. Played it cool.
Oh, do you know what Darren does? Bless him, is so sweet. Because when we first moved here, we used to go to Newcastle City Centre every weekend, like go shopping, go cinema, go for meal when we lived with his sister. So we used to see quite a few famous people then. And Darren always used to go up to them and say, "Excuse me, can I shake your hand, please?" He always used to say that. Just to say that he shook that person's hand. He'd done it with loads of footballers and stuff like that. I'm just too scared to do anything like that. But he always used to do that.
A couple of years ago, I shook Marty Wilde's hand.
Oh,
The one with the funny eye? No, that's not what I was
Singer.
thinking.
Yeah, she was.
Kim Wilde's dad.
She was helping out, doing things, giving out prizes and stuff at the church Christmas fete thing that Nick's mum puts on. And he was outside, and I went up and introduced myself and shook his hand.
Aww.
Oh,
Very nerve-wracking, but I thought I can't miss this opportunity.
yeah.
I did hug Nick the first time I met him, so I wasn't too scared. But he just went, "Oh, little Corin," like that to me, and patted the top of my head. I was like, "Hi, Nick."
He's in the chat, by the way. It's under his alternative name of World in My Eyes.
Oh yeah.
When I first met Andrea, I was like, I feel like I should curtsy.
Oh.
I was like, "Thank you very much, Your Majesty." Yes, thank you.
I hugged you, didn't I, when I first met you?
Yeah. And then when I first met Carla, it was just like we'd never not met, you know.
Mm.
It was just like, all right, yeah. And I was it. You know.
Susan Admiral says, "Did Nick know who you were, Corin?"
Yes. That's just never going to go, is it? Never.
No. Oh, meetups. Okay, what are we going to do? When are we going to have a meetup? We could probably do one in like November, December, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm hoping.
yeah, like it should. I mean, maybe not like a 700 people, you know, ascend on Hitchin and we have like the festival and, you know, Hitchin will be very scared. But definitely, I think we could, you know, have a reasonably sized one, couldn't we? Or it doesn't have to be Hitchin, because I know it's very pressurized for you when you feel like everyone must have fun and got to organize stuff. That we could just do it, you know, somewhere else. But definitely, like something to look forward to.
Forgotten.
You know?
Did you really? Yes, you did. You went, "Hello, little Corin."
like on Benny Hill, where the author man. It's just like we said on Benny Hill.
I don't know why I've suddenly got a croaky throat. I'm fine. Just gone croaky.
Oh, I tell you, another person that he's not that famous. There's three brothers. They're British. They all act.
Oh,
I
McGann.
can't remember the name. This is a good start. Yes, one of the McGanns, the really, really tall one, the one that was in that sitcom for years and years.
Yeah.
What was the sitcom called? Can you remember?
The Upper Hand.
That, right, him. So we were on a cruise and he was one of the guest speakers, and it was complete coincidence, but every morning at breakfast I was either behind him in the queue or like second person behind him in the queue, and I think he thought I was stalking him, because wherever he was I was suddenly there. A lift would open, I'd walk in and he'd be in the lift. And I thought, he's really going to think I'm stalking him. And I did actually say it, like, really embarrassed. I'm not stalking you, you know. And he just walked away. I just walked off. I was mortified.
He was the better looking one. I don't know if he is now, but he was the better looking one.
Yeah, he's nice looking. Oh, but he was dressed like an absolute, I'm not going to say what, but we're on a ship. He had a sailor suit on. He had like the blue stripes and the little turn-up shorts and the deck shoes and the little cap. And I just thought, yeah, I wouldn't follow you anyway.
Oh, that sounds kind of cute. It sounds a little bit like, you know, that there's that episode of Keeping Up Appearances when they're like, "Oh, we're going sailing, we're going on a yacht," and it ends up being like a tiny boat like that. And then she's got Richard all dressed up in like nautical gear, and it's like, oh God.
Yeah, he reminded me more of like Alan Partridge doing Sports Casual. That was sort of more the vibe that was going on.
Yes. Oh my God, totally.
Yeah, Heather's just said Paul McGann was her favourite. That he was Doctor Who, wasn't he, at one point?
Yes, Paul McGann was Doctor Who. Yeah.
And another one of the McGann brothers is in Call the Midwife. He's the Doctor, isn't he?
Oh,
Right.
which
It
one?
wasn't him.
Which one was in With Nail and I?
That's Paul.
That's
Paul,
Paul. Is it? That was the first DVD I ever bought, and it was like 25 quid.
Yeah, it used to be expensive.
God.
It was Joe. It was Joe McGann. That was who it was, Joe.
Oh, yeah.
Joe, that, yeah.
Yeah, Joe. Kelly, I'm not stalking you, you know, it's crazy wide eyes. That's the
What's
clear, that was
talking
it.
you? Not you.
Like a piece of melon and a little bit of toast and half an egg or something, because he's obviously doesn't eat either.
So you had exactly the same as him.
Yeah, can you imagine? I'll have whatever he had. I didn't mention the bit where I sniffed his hair. I couldn't reach. He was right up there. He's about 7 foot.
Did you know when he finished his dinner, did you like go up afterwards and like lick the plate or something?
Ew.
No.
Lick all around the cup. He's
No.
eating now.
I just followed him around eating peeling bananas and looking into his eyes.
Do you see that when you know when there's concerts on TV, or I've got a couple of Beyonce concert DVDs, sorry Lex, and the people are just so fanatical in the crowd. If they chuck something, they go wild and like fight over it. You know, if someone chucks something into the
I was once at a Manic Street Preachers gig in Newport, and I was front row in front of Nicky Wire, and I had these like two crazy fans either side of me, and then Nicky Wire, he took off his shades and he went like that to me. He threw me his shades, and I went like that, grabbed them. Two fans on either side of me pulled my hands and went like that and broke the sunglasses.
Ah.
Yeah, I've seen T-shirts literally being torn apart because people are fighting over them. It's just
well, not that it was me, not that I had anything to do with it, but Mike made me this, so it's hard to see. So that's Morrissey there. It was a Morrissey concert. This is a Christmas present, and there's the tickets, which was Morrissey at Borough Hall at Hartlepool in 2009. And can you see the bottom there?
yeah.
That's 2 pieces of Morrissey's shirt. So he threw his shirt into the crowd, and that's sort of a bit of a sleeve. So yeah. So what happened was there was these 2 young lads who were in the queue in front of us. There's a theme here. I seem to be meeting people in queues a lot. We got chatting to them, and they caught the shirts, had bits of the shirt, and on the way out, they saw us and they said, "Hey, do you want some Morrissey shirt?" Because they were just near us. So I got 2 bits of shirt. And also, if you're anywhere near the front in a concert, just look down, because the guitarists usually throw all the plectrums out. So I've got both of the guitarists' plectrums as well.
Nice.
cool.
Yeah,
That's my favourite present I've ever had.
I used to hang around like afterwards, not at the backstage door, but just, you know, when like all of the roadies are like packing up, and I'd be like, is there anything? And they'd normally like rip you off a set list, or, you know, like a drumstick or whatever. So yeah, that was always my hints and tips if ever gigs happen again.
Yeah.
You know. And no stall. I don't mind Beyonce, she's all right.
Oh, I thought you were like, I don't know why. I had in my head that it was like really naff to like Beyonce. Although
she's terrible. She's really talented.
I don't like new Beyonce. I like old Beyonce. New Beyonce's different.
She can't write a song.
No, she can't write a song anymore. She thinks she can rap. She still looks good, but I like a catchy tune, and she doesn't do a catchy tune anymore, I'm afraid. I like the old stuff.
Not for me. I'm sure there are many people that like it, but yeah, I'm the same. I like a good song to sing along to, and her latest stuff, it's just got no tune to it.
I've got no idea. I haven't put a tune in a long time. But the Crazy in Love video is one of the greatest music videos of all time. Like,
Yeah, Single Ladies.
Yeah.
Like,
It's coming down heavy, this snow here. It's like cotton
Oh, is
wool
it?
balls. Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's coming to me then.
Yeah, really heavy.
Yeah, we've got bright sunshine now.
We've managed to get Monty down from 4 walks a day to 3 walks a day now, which is good.
He probably doesn't think so.
No, he was crying a bit this morning, and I was like, "No, you can wait," because I know he can wait. It's just I let him out in the back, and he played in the snow for a bit because he absolutely loves the snow. So I was chucking snowballs in there. Or the only way I can get him back in, though, I have to say, "Do you want a treat?" And then he comes back in. Otherwise, he's not interested in coming back in the house.
He's got you trained then, because he was like, I'm kind of ready to go in now, but if I pretend that I'm not, I know I'll get treated as well.
I call his bluff because he doesn't always get a treat. I might trick him and say he's going to get one, but it doesn't always happen. So still says he wished someone was bringing his walks a day down. I would love it if I trained Monty from the beginning to just wee in the back garden, but he just won't. He has to go for a walk.
Oh, he should go for a walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need the exercise.
Oh, he has walks with Darren.
Ah.
With Darren. What about you?
I can't do long walks.
Yeah, you could do 10 minutes.
We've had this conversation, right? I'm too scared to go. I have to go when I go out the house. I have to go that way. I can't go that way because the metro's that way and there'll be more people. So I have to keep going this way because I don't see as many people. Whereas if I go that way it's near the metro station, there's a lot more people.
Mm.
I know, silly. But I said to Darren when he's off that we'll walk that way and I'll walk towards the metro.
You don't have to go on the metro.
What happens if he needs a wee in between? Will he not go in the garden?
No. He will not. He'll just he's I don't know if he's got a strong bladder because like my mother-in-law's dog, she goes from 6 o'clock in the evening until 10 o'clock the next morning. Like she gets her last walk at like 6 o'clock in the evening, and my mother-in-law doesn't walk her again until 10 o'clock the next day.
Also doesn't feed her or give her water or anything, just goes no.
She's very pampered. Pip the miniature schnauzer is very, very pampered pooch. Yeah, so I don't know how long Monty can go. He seems fine. Oh,
Kelly wants a treat.
Yeah.
Hello, Thrifty Trooper. I haven't seen you for a while. I hope you're okay.
Peanut butter and I've got some more snacks. I might
We've stopped buying all snacks. We've been making snacks. So I'm going to make some chocolate covered hobnobs later because I've got the recipe. Yes.
Film it.
And the nice. Sorry? Film it. Could film it. Don't know if anyone want to watch it, but I could film it. They're really nice.
They taste like yesterday. I made banana bread yesterday, which is a bit cliche, I know, but I've been making it for Darren for years.
Why is it cliche? How can bread be cliche?
Because everybody's making banana bread.
Oh, is that why? I'm a bit confused.
Well, I'm the original banana bread maker because I've been making it for years. I haven't just started.
Oh. The thing is, my bananas never last that long to last until make bread. They tend to get eaten.
My mum said that to me because she wrote down the recipe because I was talking to my mum and dad yesterday while I was prepping dinner, and it took me like 25 minutes to peel and cut the swede up because you know how hard swede is to cut up. It's so hard. That my mum and dad gave me a round of applause when I finished because it took me that long.
It did take some work. It does. Even more so if you're trying to scoop one out for Halloween.
Oh God!
Did you not used to have swedes instead of pumpkins?
No.
Did you not? There were no pumpkins in the 1970s. I'd never seen unless they just weren't up here in the northeast. I'd never seen a pumpkin till I was about 16, maybe older. Did you always have pumpkins at Halloween?
Yeah.
Even when you were younger?
Yeah.
Really? Have I had this deprived childhood where I was told there was no pumpkins?
It wasn't really a big thing. I mean, we live near a American Air Force base, and I did trick-or-treating around that one year. I think I was about 10, and it was just massive. You know, people had the houses all decorated, and someone had a proper haunted house, and it just, I mean, my dad made me a witch outfit with 2 bin bags. So I had a bin bag over me, and then he made me a hat and covered it with a bin bag. So that was my witch outfit.
The chat's saying that they remember the Swedes. Pumpkins were really rare in the 1970s up in the northeast. Because I'm the eldest of 5, so sometimes, oh God, sometimes the little ones would, like, my mum couldn't afford to buy like a turnip for all of us, so she would get like the biggest potato out of the sack, and they would get like a potato gouged out with a little candle in. They weren't tea light candles either. They were just proper candles, and that was your handle. It was a candle handle, and the candle went up the middle of the Swede or the potato.
In Victorian Britain.
Well, it was a pit village in the northeast of England, so east of England. So one of my friends had an outside toilet.
Oh.
So yeah, we were a little bit behind the times up here.
And a tin bath on Sunday.
So thinking about it, I don't think we actually had pumpkins when I was little.
No.
I think it was
not till I was a bit
older. I
older.
don't think we had any alternatives either.
Didn't you?
Really,
it might have been more of a northern thing with the Swedes, possibly.
Yeah.
Who knows? Bit of string.
I do remember, like, definitely when I was a kid and into teenage, that it was more fireworks night was the more exciting thing than Halloween. And now people to, like, oh, they'll just have fireworks.
Oh no.
But it won't be, there's no like penny for the guy thing, because, you know, it is a bit like, hello stranger, can I have some money?
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I always used to definitely look forward to Guy Fawkes Night more than Halloween. But now Halloween seems to be, because it's bloody Americanized, isn't it? It's a holiday. It's not a holiday.
That would be spooky. Look, Stall went to which is Bentwalls, where we used to go, because my dad had a friend that lived on the base with his family, and we used to go bowling there. That would be spooky if we were there at the same time. That's my first ever time I had Burger King, Dunkin' Donuts, and went bowling, and I was just like, I want to live in America. I just love America. Obviously now I do not want to be in America, but when I was young, I just loved everything American.
Well, in my eyes, it was not the 1950s. Thank you very much.
I think his half then. She said we had an outside toilet and a tin bath.
Oh,
Susan still says she loves it because she's a bit of a martyr, and she's like, I feel miserable. I'm gonna go sit in my tin bath in the cold. That's exactly what she's like.
The outside toilets were terrifying because that's where spiders like to live.
Yeah,
terrifying.
Yeah, my uncle and auntie had one, and we used to go around theirs in the summer, every weekend in the summer, and it was always, just use the outside loo. Don't go indoors. Just use the outside one. I'd be like, spiders. Oh, spider check first.
Yeah, ours was indoor, but I do remember getting dressed in the morning in front of a little Cowley gas fire.
Yeah,
because we didn't have central heating. And being freezing cold.
And can you remember the frost being on the inside of the windows, and it used to look like ferns, like all these lovely patterns.
Yeah.
So my mum we used to heat up. I sound Victorian. Used to heat up money in our hands and then press it on the windows, and it would make little circles. When I were lass.
We had one of those very 1960s, 70s, like the fireplace, the really awful ones that you would now pull out
Yeah.
That lasted the whole. They went across the whole room. They were like a room feature. Those ones, and they went up to the ceiling.
But
Those fireplaces.
Oh no, unfortunately not. No,
Plastic
like
what?
the gas ones that you'd like click, 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 turn on, and it was like 3 things that heated up.
Yeah.
And being sat in front of one of them with a fork and some bread, and mum's there going like, you can use the toaster, and me and my brother were there like, no. On a fork in front of the gas fire.
I still do that now. We've got a log burning fire. I still do that now. There's nothing like toast made on your own fire.
Yeah, but on a fire is different. This is just like a slightly warm, you know. They didn't take ages, but and then like the fork would heat up and stuff, and you're like, ow. But it's not done. But yeah, you could just, use a toaster, but no.
Kids these days, they don't know they're born.
Don't know they're born.
They're so lucky. I mean, like, my nephew was moaning because he didn't know something, and my sister was like, see that tablet you've got there? You've got something called Google. I didn't have Google when I was a kid. You had to go to the library.
Yeah, Ellen asked me recently, so what did you do when you were doing your exams? I mean, how did you research stuff? It's like, went to the library.
Yeah.
Post-it notes. My shelves were just covered in post-it notes with little facts to try and get them into my head. It didn't work.
We were too poor to buy post-it notes.
Who was the poorest?
I remember having holes in my boots and putting carrier bags inside of my boots because they tuck in. Yeah.
No, I didn't do that. Because my mum used to work in a shoe shop. She always had a thing about we had to have good shoes. So we did always have good shoes. The rest, like everything else was secondhand, but we always had good shoes. Oh, got a question from Nick. What is the one thing everyone is missing the most during lockdown? Mine is my nieces. Oh. What's yours, Lex?
I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm missing that the most.
No.
I think if there could be one thing that like if I could have that right now and do that, then it would be a bit more bearable, and that would be go swimming. Right. It's not that I miss it so much. It's just that the feeling that you get from that, from wearing yourself out like that, because I love swimming. It's the only form of exercise I actually enjoy. And when you're under the water and you can block off all the noises and stuff, and it's just so like relaxing. I think I would be able to cope a lot better if I could go swimming on my own, not with anyone else, not with a crowd full of people, because they get in your way when you're trying to swim, and that's very annoying.
Yeah. What about you, Louise?
Oh, so many things. I just want to be able to like go to my mum's house and sit and have a cup of tea with her in her living room and just chat about nothing and gossip and see my boys. I haven't seen them what feels like forever. Carl's in London. Yeah, that's what I'm missing the most, my family.
So if there was like one thing that you could have like back right now, like so you could have either your yoga classes in person, or you can go out like car booting or to the shops, or you could go and see family. Like
we go and see family, and then followed by the face-to-face yoga classes. So I could attend them as well, not just so I could teach them, so I could actually attend them, and then sort of car boots, that type of thing. I think, yeah.
What about you?
Well, I suppose for Mike, it would be fairer if I said family, then car boots, then yoga, because he doesn't do yoga. So I suppose for both of us, and that's something we do together. We go to the car boots together. I cannot wait to just spend a ton of money. On stuff.
Oh my god! Anything. Just be like, yeah, I'll have it.
Hotter shoes, get them in. Porsches, I'll take the lot.
Yeah.
Kelly said she's going to be bankrupt when the car boots open.
Yeah. Totally.
But you, Andrea, the same family?
Yeah, family, visiting family, seeing people in person, just going places. I just would like to go somewhere that isn't round the block.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the same.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? I used to go to my mum and dad's quite regularly for a break, which sounds awful, but I used to sleep really, really well at mum and dad's. Like the bed to myself, no snoring, no dog jumping and laying on your legs. I just used to have really good sleeps. So I used to just go there for a break. So I do miss that. Obviously, I miss my parents, but I see them every week on FaceTime. But I do miss actually being with them. And I do really miss going to the charity shops. I didn't realise how much I really liked it until I've not been doing it. And I was really enjoying volunteering in the charity shop as well. So, hopefully sometime.
Going out for meals, just choosing something to eat off a menu.
Yeah.
Instead of having to think of what to cook every day for the rest of your life, forever.
Or like how this week, so we had Asda delivery on Monday, and because you got to order everything in advance, you don't know what you're going to use between now and then. Probably could do that meal planning shenanigans, but that's boring. So ended up I've got like 4 bags of kale, we've got 3 cauliflowers and stuff. It's like, oh god, it's all going to go off. So it's like, right, we're making a stew, we're making a roast, I'm making cauliflower mash tonight just to use stuff up.
Yeah.
So things like just being able to actually go and buy some stuff that you need, and I mean, I know you can, but
I do actually miss going to the supermarket, and I never thought I'd say that, but it's really nice to be able to select what you want, and obviously I haven't done that for such a long time now that I do really miss
that's one thing I don't miss.
Really?
Yeah, don't enjoy supermarket shopping at all.
I used to prefer doing it on my own rather than with Darren, because he just wants to get around there as quick as possible, and we always used to have the bicker at the checkout when there's loads of stuff coming along, which I hadn't seen him put in the trolley. We used to bicker at the checkout, so I don't miss that bit. But going on my own and taking my time and selecting what I want, I do miss it.
I can't go supermarket shopping with Nick because he's just like constantly over my shoulder. How much is that? That's how much.
Really?
I feel like, oh.
So what do you want to eat this week? Well, shut up then.
He would buy everything that was just value and really, really cheap and no value at all.
That's not living, isn't it? That's not tasty goodness. You want tasty goodness, isn't it? There's value beans in it. Although I don't mind a value bean.
No, value beans are actually nicer. Right?
Yeah, same.
Value stuff, it is nicer, but I don't want it all to be value stuff. I don't want to buy it just because it's value stuff.
Yeah.
Some people saying they're missing their grandchildren. Definitely understand that.
I thought you were coming to tell me off.
Well, we were just bitching about
when we're supermarket shopping, because you're always like, how much is that?
No, I'm not.
You do.
You make me out to be like, I don't know what.
It's because you do.
Well, my sister's baby's due at the end of April, so I really hope I get to see my new nephew this year. Her and Paul cannot agree on a name. He wants a really unusual name, and they just keep bickering about names. So
Alex is a really good name. Alex, very, like it's multi everything.
It has to go with Harris.
Alex Harris. Alexander Harris. That sounds great. It does, though.
It does, actually.
Yeah. See, there we go. We voted, and so just let your sister know. Yeah.
Decision made. Move on.
Exactly.
Yeah, we've got a little niece that coming in April as well.
Ah.
Yeah.
I've got my sister moving 8 minutes in that direction.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So like that's, I mean, it used to be that if I wanted to go see my sister, which, you know, I love my sister, but, you know, I can definitely go a month without seeing her. Easy, you know, maybe even longer, you know. But I'd have to get like 2 buses, or, you know, a bus into Cardiff, and then she can come and meet me somewhere. Palaver, 8 minutes that way. Yay. And she's thinking of getting a hot tub.
Fabulous.
Oh, hot tub. Yeah. So that's going to be cool.
Definitely.
My other sister sent me a picture last night of my nephew in the hot tub in the snow. She's got a hot tub.
Brilliant. That's just lush, isn't it? Oh, yeah, in the hot tub, snowing around. You're all nice and warm with a glass of something. Oh,
yeah. Marie's got a hot tub. She's got a proper like cabin for the hot tub. She's got a big cinema, you know, pull down screen, so she watches movies in the hot tub. That's her little quiet place. So she goes and does that. So
yeah,
it was too hot for me though. I know I'm a moaner, but
you are.
Last time I went to visit, she was like, "Come on," and I was like, "Oh, it's so hot! It's too hot." It took ages to cool down.
Isn't it?
I was sweating.
Oh, love it.
Oh, another Jones great grandson is due on that 12th of April as well. So yeah, let's hope we all see our new family members.
And Joan, who definitely does not look old enough to even have grandkids, let alone great grandkids. Yeah. So, you know, I think.
What do you do with your face, Joan? She must do something with her face, like exercises or something.
No, have you ever seen that film Death Becomes Her? Yeah, yeah. Honestly, she's going to live forever, that lady. She just doesn't age. Yeah.
I'll never forget that film, Death Becomes Her, because that was a very eventful weekend for me. I think I was 12 or 13, and my grandma looked after the 3 of us while my mum and dad went away. And me and my grandma did not get on, and she ended up faking a pass out. We were arguing, and she faked passing out because she was so shocked by how I was acting that I got into trouble, that I'd made my grandma pass out, but it was fake.
Ooh.
Yeah, she did that. I can't believe she's talking to me like this.
I don't know.
Rolf. No, I don't think Rolf is going to go well with Harris.
Rolf Harris. No.
Oh dear. I've got a signed Animal Hospital book from Rolf Harris.
I've got my Cartoon Club badge. Like I love Rolf Harris as a kid. I love Rolf's cartoons. And I was like with all the rest of them, I was like, oh yeah, definitely a pedo and stuff. Like, oh, look at him, he's creepy as anything. Rolf Harris though, I was like, but no.
I'm something like that, yeah.
I used to like Animal Hospital and Rolf's Cartoon Club.
Yeah, exactly. Like Animal Hospital, like, you know, little kitties, and then he strokes them. Like, no, he's nice. He's nice, man. Apparently, no. Bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dirty old men, you. Dirty old men. Innit?
So,
that's nice
before we go, shall we all? So I think. Well, that's my bit of good news, that my sister is having a very wanted and very longed for baby after quite some time and a couple of miscarriages. So that's my good news. Has anyone else got some good news?
If all goes to plan, my brother's getting married this year.
Brilliant.
Well, I guess I haven't run out of money. I've managed to scrape by,
yeah,
you know, without really doing much on eBay, and the yoga classes are going okay. So yes, I'm not thriving, but I'm surviving. So I'm taking that as a win.
Yeah, definitely. And what about you, Lex? Well, you're what's the word? I can't think of the word.
Slicing and dicing.
Slicing and yes, you're. Hopefully that will go ahead. Yes, because that's that's been disappointing, hasn't it? So
yeah, it's been a bit of a shitter, but it'll get sorted at some point. You know, it'll happen. It'll happen because it's bloody got to now.
it will happen.
Yeah, definitely.
That's all right. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to my sister living closer.
Yeah.
That'll be nice. And at some point, it will be summertime, and it's just going to be like nice and can sit in the garden and maybe even go to a pub, even though they're going on about like, you know, okay, well, we won't serve alcohol. It's like, okay, whatever. But just being sat outside somewhere with your mate, playing some cards, sneaking a can in and going, no, I'm just having some lemonade. It's fine. And it will be okay.
That should be a goal of mine, actually. We could walk to a pub. Darren could get us some drinks and we could sit outside and have a drink at a pub. That should be a mission of mine for the summer.
Yeah. Oh, and coming soon as well, by request of Susan Badwolf, Fenella merch. She wants some Fenella the Fibroid merch.
Okay.
She's weird. So there we go. Yeah.
Well, that was, considering I didn't really have a subject, that went pretty quick, didn't it?
Don't do subjects, Karen. Don't do subjects. Can't do subjects.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Because you have to try and stay on topic, and you always end up going off on a tangent.
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, obviously, the chat can still ask questions every week if you want to talk about anything. I didn't really touch on eBay, but I don't know if anyone else is finding eBay really slow at the minute. When I'm listing, it's really slow. I had auctions on Sunday. They took ages to go through, and they'd gone into the unsold bit, even though people had bid at the last minute. And then
that's weird.
Half an hour later, it said that people had won. And also, I'm finding doing my post really slow as well, much slower than usual. So I think eBay are doing something in the background, and it's making it very, very slow.
Yeah, somebody else was saying that on Sunday. I haven't actually noticed it, but
no.
I had a problem with Hermes and stuff, but I think a lot of people did yesterday because just Mondays, isn't it? And sometimes
that too. And also it took, I don't know if it's been the weather, but stuff that I posted last week has only just arrived today. So it took a long time for stuff from Hermes, but I've got to use Hermes at the moment because Darren's working so much.
Not nice. Isn't she nice?
Oh, Kelly, thank you.
Yeah.
You do look very fresh-faced.
Do I?
Yeah, like you've had a facial or something. Your skin looks very dewy.
Oh, thank you very much. It must be all the yoga. Well, thank you.
Lex, that stone thing that you've got, that's really trendy at the moment.
Yeah.
Somebody, she does like sort of low waste, simple lifestyle stuff, and she does that every day.
Quartz, is it the quartz stone?
Yeah, I
need it for the
point. I see the point. It's just I know what I'm like, and I'll use it twice, and I'll be, like when people. So what's your skincare regime? I put makeup on, and sometimes I take it off.
You don't use moisturizer?
I don't use anything.
Next.
Really? Wow.
I don't use anything.
You should use moisturizer.
Why?
Because
I've got bad skin. I've got really good skin.
Yeah, you have got good skin. You're lucky. You're very lucky, considering you used to smoke as well.
Why have I got good skin? I don't use anything.
Don't know. I'm sorry.
That is the answer. Like me and my mates were talking the other day about men who've got really long hair and stuff, and it's always like fantastic condition, isn't it? And when you ask, so how have you got really gorgeous long hair? And they're like, I don't know, don't do anything to do it. Wash it in like soap and water and stuff. It's because they're not conditioned like how we are conditioned.
Yeah.
We need to cleanse, toes, moisturize, put all stuff on our face, put an eye mask on, put a hair mask on, put a foot mask on, do all of this crap. No, you don't.
No, I don't do any of that. I wash my face and I put some moisturizer on. If I didn't, I'd have very dry skin. But
yeah, me too.
But I don't really do much else, and I don't use the whole cleanser toner thing. And
I know, sod that.
And I watch like vloggers and stuff, and they're using so many different products. It's like, and then I'm going to put this serum on, and then I'm going to use this serum.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to get rid of my spots around here, and I think, I wonder why you've got spots, because the amount of product you're putting on your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do because I've got really dry skin. I do like use an exfoliator like once a fortnight. It's a gentle one though, and I do cleanse at least once or twice a week. And I've got night cream and day cream, and I've got eye cream. But that's because I know I need the eye cream because, you know, genetics. And I'm starting to get my dad's jowl. Sorry, Dad, if you're watching this.
Oh, I've got jowls. Jowls run in my family. Like my gran and granddad had jowls on my mum, and also because, you know,
more there. That's the side I sleep on. It seems to be more that side.
Comes with age, though, doesn't it? I've noticed I'm getting them as well.
Oh, I've always had them.
Where you normally sleep, because I always sleep in the same position, and you like little wrinkles that are forming from
sleep creases.
Yeah, my grandma always used to say she slept on her back because she didn't want that, and she used to put loads of stuff on her décolletage because she used to say all those old ladies with wrinkly décolletage.
That's great.
Wonder what you're doing then.
Not a thing. Honestly, just don't ever wash, guys. That's like the best advice to everyone. Just don't do anything, and you'll be fine.
No, but in seriousness, when I was a teenager and had bad spots and stuff, my doctor at the time said, "Don't put lots of stuff on. Just wash it with water.
Yeah.
Don't even use soap. Just wash with water, and it cleared the spots out."
Yeah.
I'm getting spots now. I never had spots as a teenager. I used to get the occasional one. I was so lucky. I had friends covered in spots and I didn't get them. And now I'm getting them in my 40s. So I've got 2 nearly gone now there. I just keep getting them in this same area around my chin.
Oh, Mandy's being very nice there. She says, "I look very youthful and vibrant."
You do look good. I always look younger than my age, but I don't anymore. I look my age now, but I used to get, asked for ID all the time when I was in my 20s and into my 30s.
Do you all want to see me change colour? Look, I've gone blue. So weird, isn't it? I'm blue.
And apparently Kelly's got a miracle eye cream. So quite interested in this miracle eye cream. Whether
I would.
No, have you seen it? Like there's like adverts for it on Instagram and Facebook, and you put it on one side and it goes like that.
It just gets all that bit there and straightens it all out.
But it won't last all day, and it's
It's not super glue, is it? And you just sort of smear it on.
Yeah, just super glue. Yeah.
Or tape, like Carla's been doing with her neck.
Oh, cutting back on sugar and carbs got rid of chronic acne. That is my problem. I've been trying to go lower carb, but I am finding it really, really hard. Really hard.
Lex performed today.
How you do it?
Just used to it. Carbs make me feel ill.
Yeah. I did agree with you when you put Chinese into the sin bin, because I love Chinese, but it just does not love me. It hates me. So if it was in the sin bin, I can't eat it anymore.
It's apparently not loving Ellen either. She seems to be ill every time we have Chinese now.
Yeah, I am.
There's so much things like monosodium glutamate and stuff in it, and glucose syrup and things, and it's just horrible stuff. Horrible.
Yeah.
Yes.
Most of it's not food, is it? It just looks like food.
And you were saying Chinese people don't eat the food that they do at the Chinese. They just make it for us.
Yeah, God, no. Mm.
Yeah.
But I
was going to say with the sin bin, Laney's sin bin, like everyone I've seen so far, they've picked all of my things. So I don't know what I'd pick if I went on. I'd have to really think about it, because a lot of people
you can pick things that haven't previously gone in. So if you wanted to pick Oasis, as so I was saying to Carla, can you sorry Andrea, can you put like Disney and Oasis and Chinese food as like your random 3, because then definitely one of them has to go. And yes.
Right, I said step away from the Disney. No one go near the Disney. If that goes in the banish bin, I'm off with it.
Yeah, I couldn't lose Eeyore. Eeyore's been with me for so long. He's my little spirit animal.
No.
Yeah, and you're the reason why it needs to go, Karen, is reactions like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Carla's on sin bin tonight, isn't she?
She is. Yeah.
Or banish bin, or banish it to the bin, as I called it.
Oh, it's not the sin bin, is it? Why am I saying sin bin?
Banish bin.
Banish bin. Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock tonight, isn't it? Yeah.
Can I pick one member of Oasis instead of both of them?
Yeah, we've all said the same.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like Lainey might be a little bit more susceptible to like one of them going in, which would still, mean Oasis doesn't exist, so would still win. Hooray!
Okay.
No, because he would just be put in the bin after Oasis, so you've still got the songs.
No. Everything gets destroyed. Everything.
I would imagine Noel probably still would have been successful without Liam.
Yeah.
I kind of think Liam rode the coattails of Noel. Sorry, I'm not making much sense.
Yeah.
We're leaving shortly, Amy, Nebraska hanger. Hello. She likes lots of my posts on Instagram.
Ah.
What you got?
She's in Omaha, Nebraska.
I'm lost for words.
Oh.
Yes, 9 p.m. for what's it called? The banish bin.
The banish bin, yeah.
The banish bin.
Carla's on the banish bin tonight.
Carla, can I quickly share, because I'm blown away.
Nick cannot be left out.
Yes. Come on then, Nick.
When I'm doing Pilates, he has to keep coming in the living room.
Someone, well, I know who, a guy called Adam, who I don't know, has just sent me Martin Gore's brand new LP.
Is it?
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Blimey.
And they've gone picture disc numbered edition from his collection.
Yeah.
I know. I'm lost for words.
And that officially makes Nick famous.
Oh.
Because famous people get gifted cool stuff.
That is cool.
Just,
that is cool.
I'm all emotional and weird. This is a bit strange.
Oh.
It's always weird, but
Thanks, Adam.
we want to make Nick emotional.
That's really
That's
lovely.
the way to his heart.
It is.
Andrea, I've got a confession. I've got you and Nick a present for your 50,000 subs, and it's still sat here. I need to wrap it up and send it to you, so I'll make sure I do it this week.
Susan says, "Who's Martin Gore?"
Does she honestly not know?
She says, "Let me guess, something related to that shitty band he likes."
You could go off people, Susan. He's wearing the shirt.
I know.
Oh, go off, people. Never even got on, Susan.
Songwriter
Yeah.
of the band.
Wow.
Right. We've been on for nearly an hour and a half. We really should go. Thank you so much, ladies, for joining me and getting me back on that horse, because I was starting to feel nervous about coming back on live. So I really appreciate you all coming on.
Back on the horse.
I'm back on the horse.
Yeah. Go on, Karen. Well
I
done.
love that. Can I have a t-shirt that says depressed mode? I blooming love that. I would love a t-shirt with that on it.
Oh.
See, I've got a t-shirt that says I'm not your hun, which I've had for ages. And that would be a good one for Lex as well, because she hates the word hun.
Oh,
I do as well.
like that either.
Did any of you get an Instagram message from someone that began, "Hey babe"?
No.
Was
Selling
it then followed by a picture of a penis?
No. No, it was from a woman she wanted me to do something to do with beauty stuff, and she put, "Hey babe," and I thought, I don't even know you, and you're calling me babe.
Oh, it's
no.
It'll be one of those, like, she's probably sent out 100 of the same messages to, you know, Instagram influencers and all of that shite, you know.
The only influencer I am is a Monty. I try and influence Monty onto people and get people to love Monty, because that's mostly what I put on my Instagram, Monty and food. Oh, Kelly got one. See, Kelly got it.
Oh.
Influencers.
Yeah, I get a lot that start with "Hey there," or, you know, just "Hey there" or whatever, and I just block.
Yeah.
Right, no, can't be doing that. Thanks.
I don't get any. I don't even get like dick pics. Joan gets all of my dick pics apparently. I don't get any.
Well, no. You're added to a chat. It's like, it's weird.
Yeah, I hate that
thing. And yeah.
Speaking of which, Susan, I'll it's been about 8 minutes since I sent you a. You know, I've got a oh, there you go. That's a nice one for you. I'll send you that one now. She loves pictures of my feet. See, she keeps begging me for them. So, there you go. That's a good one, because I've got something stuck to my foot as well, and it looks a bit weird.
Okay. On that note, thanks everyone for joining us, and it was really nice to be back on and speaking to everyone, and I've missed you all, so it's been really lovely. And we'll go back to doing Tuesday tea break every Tuesday at 2:30, I promise. And we'll see you next week, hopefully.
Everybody.
Have a good week, everyone, and take care, and see you soon.
Ta-da!